This is a story about me and a group of friends who had a close encounter with a sick freak. It was getting late one Saturday night. The movie me and my friends watched at our church movie night had finished, but none of us was ready to go home just yet. It was around 10 o'clock. Some of the girls said they wanted to go to the park for a bit before going home. I said sure, why not? So we all piled in my truck and headed to the neighborhood park, which being this late, most of the lights was off, so it was kind of dark. When we got there, everybody jumped out and headed for the swings and began having fun. Probably not even 5 minutes after we arrived, this tall man in a long dark coat walked up to the park from the other side and without talking to any of us, sit in one of the swings opposite from us on the other side so he could see us. We thought it was a little odd and unnerving. A couple of the girls said they were kind of freaked out. I assured them everything was fine and to just keep their distance from him. For the next 20 or 30 minutes that we were there, I kept my eye on him, and he just sat there the entire time, slowly rocking back and forth in the swing watching us. One of the girls approached me again and said she didn't feel comfortable there no more, and that her and some of the others were ready to go. I agreed it was time to leave, and I had noticed when she told me this that the man stopped swinging and was just sitting there looking right at us. I felt uneasy about this and told her to take my keys for the truck and to go grab the football from the back seat out loud, which I didn't really have back there. I just wanted to make sure she got to safety. What I had actually told her quietly before that was to get in the passenger seat when she got there and to start the truck. After handing her the keys and she started to walk off, I noticed the man's head following her as she walked to my truck, which was about somewhere from 50 to 100 feet away. I said out loud to the other girls to gather around so we can pick teams for a game of catch. When they all got close, I noticed the man stood up, and he began to very slowly walk towards us. I told them all quietly to just get in the truck immediately, and I would soon join after them. They all started making their way to the truck. I told my buddy Ethan, once they were all inside, to honk the horn so I could run and join them. As I was waiting for this, the man had walked closer to where we were all standing. I looked at him and asked what he was doing there and what he wanted. He stopped, looked at me, looked at the girls, and a creepy, big smile slowly spread across his face. I knew his intentions from the start, and this confirmed it. He had some sort of sick plan to kidnap the girls and do who knows what to each of them. Well, not while I was there. I told him he couldn't have them, that we were leaving and was going to call the cops. He darted his stare back to me, and his once creepy smile turned into a look of pure anger and hate. I knew he was ready to kill me and to try to carry out his plan. At that moment, I heard the horn from my truck go off and bolted as fast as I could towards the truck. I looked over my shoulder, and he wasn't far behind, probably about 50 feet or so. I got to the truck, put it in reverse, and backed out of there. Once I backed up onto the street, I put it in drive and floored it away from there, leaving that man in the rearview mirror just smiling at us, watching us drive away. I dropped the girls and my buddy Ethan off at one of their houses and went home. I woke up the next morning to a call from one of the girls telling me to turn on the news, so I did, and what I saw horrified me. Apparently not long after we left, another group of friends, 3 boys and 2 girls, went to the park to mess around after partying all night. That man had stayed there and killed the 3 boys and kidnapped the 2 girls. The cops found the 3 boys mutilated. One was hung by his neck from the swing set with a swing itself. Another was bent in a way a human body should never be, inside the slide. And the last one had his body limbs scattered around the park. There is a search now for the missing 2 girls, but what really got me was the thought of what that man would have done to us if we had stayed at that park any longer.